How Chulainn got his name. Many of you will have heard of Chulainn, the great warrior of Ulster. But his name as a boy was not Chulainn, it was Setna. This is the story of how he got his other name. Well, one day when Setna, who was fostered at his uncle Conor's court, Conor was the king of Ulster, Setna was playing ball on the field with the other boys when his uncle Conor came by. "Oh, Setna," said the king, "I've been invited to a feast tonight at the fort of Chulainn the smith. Why don't you come along with me?" "Oh, I can't come right now, Lord King," said Setna. "I'm busy playing. I have to win this game first." Conor laughed. "Well, come when you're finished then. I think we'll wait for you." And he went on. Setna continued playing his ball game, and he alone, against all the other boys at Umamaka, won that game, defeating every one of them. And when it was over, he followed in the trace of the king. And as he went, he was playing still with his ball and his hurley stick. Now, hurley is an Irish game, a little bit like field hockey, but not very much. But it involves a long curved stick and a hard leather ball. And the game that Setna was playing was to throw up the ball and then run forward and strike it before it hit the ground, and to see how many times he could keep it from hitting the ground, which for him was quite a lot. So he was going along playing his ball game. In the meantime, Conor and his friends had arrived at Chulainn's house, and the party was in full swing. There was plenty of good ale and mead and wine, and plenty of good food to come soon. "Oh, Lord King," said Chulainn the smith, "has everyone who's coming got here? I'd like to let my guard dog out." "Oh yes, we're all here," said the king, forgetting about Setna. "Right then," said Chulainn, "I'll let the dog out, and anybody that comes around and shouldn't be here, why, he'll have him for dinner, that's all." And they could hear then a great barking and snarling, and the dog was released. But the party went on. Meanwhile, along came Setna, playing with his hurley stick and his ball. And the dog saw him, and he said to himself, "Ah, here's a tasty morsel." And with a great barking and baying, he rushed toward the boy. And inside the fort, everybody heard the noise, of course, and Chulainn said, "Ha, there's my dog. He's going to catch a thief tonight, no doubt. I won't have to feed him today." But Conor said, "Oh my God, I forgot about my little nephew. Setna, he's still coming. The dog will eat him." "Oh, Lord," said Chulainn, "it's too late now, but let's all rush out. We might find some scraps to bury." And they rushed out, and they heard more barking and howling and yelling and a great scream suddenly, and then an awful silence. Well, they went out of the fort, and they went around a bend in the road, and there they saw Setna standing in the middle of the road, and the dog beside him lying dead in a big pool of blood. "Oh, Setna," said the king, "how did you do it? How did you kill that awful hound?" "Ah," said Setna, "I had to kill him or he would have eaten me. I struck my ball with my bat so hard that he went in his mouth when he opened it to bite me, and out the back of his head, and that's why he's dead." "Well, that's great," said the king, and all the king's friends were making much of Setna. But Chulainn was kneeling beside the hound in the pool of blood and stroking the rough coat, and he said, "Oh, alas that I ever gave this feast. It will be my ruin. This dog was my only guardian, my only protection. Without him, thieves will come from the four quarters of Ireland and strip my place bare, and carry me off, no doubt, as a slave as well. Oh, Lord, I am ruined." But Setna said, "No, Smith Chulainn, I will be your hound. I will take a pup from the same pack and train him to be as good a guard dog as this one was. And until he is grown, I with my spear and shield will be your hound and guard everything you have." And Conor said, "Praise for you, Setna. After this we will call you by another name. You will be called Chulainn's hound. Chulainn. That's it.